What is up, YouTube? Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's Bobby Heath. Alright, it's going to be game 4 of the Tigers and Blue Jays series. Blue Jays are trying to avoid a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Tigers. And let's get to it.
It's the AL Central taking on the East, the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays. And a very good afternoon. The Rogers Center in Toronto, the site for our broadcast. A treat today, Vernon Wells. He'll be looking for some big at-bats. 2K Sports proudly presents Major League Baseball.
Alright, going to be game 4, and starting for the Blue Jays is going to be Dustin McGowan.
So Steve, what's he going to be conscious of now as he looks at this Detroit lineup?
Gary, this guy has great stuff, but against this lineup, he's going to have to keep his poise. He's going to get some runners on base, but he's going to have to make his pitches when he needs to get out of jams.
Now let's check out Jim Leyland's lineup, sponsored by State Farm. Steve, how about a scouting report? Any picks?
Curtis Granderson is such a good athlete. You see that athleticism at the plate. He can hit a double. He can hit a triple. He can hit it out of the ballpark, but he also can bunt for a base hit.
Change up in there for a called strike.
The Tigers really need to work on winning on the road this year. I mean, they struggled at home, on the road. They didn't hit, they didn't pitch, they didn't play well anyway.
McGowan with the pitch. And it's 0-2. Granderson, short swinger anyway. We'll just look to contact here. And when you look at this lineup, Steve, really hard to believe last season. 7 under 500 on the road.
It's just, I mean, you wouldn't have thought it, but you know what? It really proves that offense isn't the primary issue. It's got to be the pitching.
McGowan, nice play, first play of the game.
Heads-up play by the pitcher. He understands.
I was surprised that he was able to get to that. I thought that was going to get by him.
Well, here's how Toronto will stack up defensively.
Well, it'll be a winning team with equality defense, and certainly they have defense. They've committed the second fewest errors in the American League.
And it's Placido Polanco at the plate. First pitch a fastball, that's in there for a strike. McGowan delivering a strike that puts him in charge 0-2.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it can go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
Hit sharply towards the hole. And they'll record the out at first base. Good timing on that play.
We might not have been able to get him out at the plate, but a short run over to first, he still retires the game.
And Cabrera settles in. Base is empty and 2 down. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, that's not a swing that says ground ball. That's what the two-seamer's supposed to do, is get a ground ball, but instead, he swings right through it.
McGowan sends the 0-1. Miguel Cabrera not fooled by that pitch. That'll even the count.
Well, this guy has an explosive fastball today. I think the hitter's going to be looking to get a read on it. If they can catch up to it, he can deliver some of the power.
Just off the
little bit
inside
high.
part of the plate. 2-1. And that is a big if, Steve. If they can catch up to it, he throws hard.
Well, this isn't your average four-seam fastball. He's got some giddy up on that pitch, and it's awfully tough to time.
And that one's going to drop in. That's their first hit.
The key to scoring runs is getting men on base. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs. It's still a chance for a rally.
And Maglio Ordonez up.
So that's going to be the first hit of the game, and first hit for the Tigers.
And that swung on and hit. Rios.
Rios going to get under it, and that'll end the first inning, much differently than the first inning in Game 3, where the Tigers scored 4. Bottom of the first coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be Armando Galarraga on the mound. He'll be the starter.
Galarraga pitching for the Tigers.
Focus here, Toronto hitters. What's he thinking?
I'm looking forward to
I remember back in May of 2010, he had a perfect game going all the way till the 9th inning, and then you can remember. I can remember that there was a play against he was pitching against the Indians, and Jason Donald was called safe on a play that at first where Miguel Cabrera tossed it over to Galarraga, and then he was called safe, and then that was just that just sucked for Galarraga. And then the next day, the umpire actually that made that call came out to the field, and he was actually crying, which was pretty emotional. But I can definitely remember that, and that's really all I remember from Armando Galarraga. But that's something very memorable.
Two down here in the inning. And certainly this team has a tough place to play. But visiting teams coming in here to this dome, it's not easy.
No, it's not easy, and it's a place where they pitch very, very well, but they've got to find ways to generate more offense. They struggled hitting with runners in scoring position, particularly early in the season.
And it's Vernon Wells at the plate. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
He throws the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground ball.
There's a bullet towards third.
Brown to Inge is going to throw him out. He's going to throw Wells out. That'll end the first no runs for either team.
Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. A glimpse of the sun here and there, darting around through the clouds. Some shadows coming on the field right now. As we get going again. Swing and a line to left.
Jose Bautista, what a play out there in left, robbing Carlos Guillen of a base hit. I would say his counterpart, but Guillen has moved to DH for the Tigers, as I traded Gary Sheffield to the Mets for Fernando Tatis. And Tatis is going to be the left fielder against left-handed pitchers, and Sheffield was on the Mets in 2009, so I did that trade. So that also brought in Josh Anderson, who's going to be batting next. So Guillen is DH, and then Josh Anderson is playing against righties in left field for the Tigers.
Tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2.
That's a power pitch right there, that four-seam fastball at the knees, just below the zone, though.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And Inge has got himself a base hit. He can't get it. That's going to bring up Josh Anderson.
Left fielder, number 26, Josh Anderson.
One out, runner on at first. Fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Well, the hitter struggled with curveballs, but he's behind in the count. I suspect they're going to go to the hook.
Fastball misses low that time, 1-1. McGowan with the pitch. A shot up the middle.
Over to Scudero, over to Overbay, and that's going to be the first double play of the game. It's going to be the Blue Jays turning it 4-3 5-3, 4-6-3 double play for the Blue Jays. Hill, Scutaro, Overbay.
A crisp day here at the ball yard. Temperatures might be dropping a bit later on towards the evening. And we get back to it now. Sinker's in there, no balls and a strike.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
Swing and a ball popped foul to the left side. Here it comes. Line drive. And he cannot come up with it.
Ooh, Roland's going to beat it out.
It was an error. The second baseman didn't have enough on that one to get that out.
That was a close play. If he got rid of the ball a little bit more quickly, he might have had it.
Good hustle down the line. And
Polanco making the error. His first error of the game. First error of the game and his first error of this series.
Play more shallow because of that speed.
There's a swing, line drive, center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Rio.
And that's going to set things up for the Blue Jays.
Fantastic chance here.
It's the little things that come into play. What I like is the great secondary lead that allowed him to go first to third. Now they've got a chance to score two on a double.
Going to be Overbay now. Batting .270. No outs in the corners are covered. Hot shot towards the hole. He dives and gets it.
And Overbay is going to round out, and that'll bring in Roland. So it's going to be 1-0 Blue Jays. And I believe that's the first lead that the Blue Jays have had this entire series. I'll bring up Jose Bautista, who homered in Game 3.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at-bats right now, and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. And it may be early going. They've got a chance to maybe put this ball game away and put a little defeatism on the other side.
Now, what I really like is their approach at the plate. They're waiting for their pitch, and when they get it, they're driving it, taking advantage of every mistake the pitchers make.
Swinging a miss, slider, 2 down.
Bautista is going to strike out on the slider.
And that's a nice way to keep that pitch count down, right in the zone. And we've got Snyder batting. Runner on second and 2 outs. Takes one up and away for strike one.
Well, they break the ball up in the hitter's eyes. He gets the strike call on it. The hitter just couldn't pull the trigger.
The pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Fielded by Cabrera.
Cabrera is going to beat Snyder to the bag, but the Blue Jays do score first. It's 1-0 after 2. Blue Jays.
You take a look at Cito Gaston. Things have been going right for him. His ball club today, last half inning, they proved productive. Now they're looking to expand that lead. Fastball in there, 0-1.
Okay, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Here's the pitch. Called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Now that he's got the four-seamer down and in, look for him to go outside now.
That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And
Mervin Wells, a nice play.
Speed helps on the bases, and it helps in the outfield. Center fielders have good speed. He showed it there, running this ball down in the gap.
And it's Everett batting. Base is empty, 1 out. Smacked that one. Long fly ball, but it's foul to the left. going to be a base hit for Everett. He's going to try and test him here. So Curtis Granderson will come up.
Center fielder, number 28.
Grounded out his last time through. One out, man on first. Checks him at first. A dive, and he's back in easily. One down, runner at first. First count on Granderson. Here it comes. This one's bounced up the middle. Out number 2.
But Gary, he had thoughts about wheeling and going to second base right there, but instead just went to first to get the sure out.
And it's Placido Polanco. Only one hitter and more runs scored for the ball club last year. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. McGowan with the pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0. At the belt to 1-0. And Polanco is swinging a miss. That'll leave it up to count.
Inside.
Well, he got the two-seamer right there.
Locks
He
up
went down
Polanco.
to try to get it, but just swung underneath.
He takes a fastball for a strike. Now it's 1-2.
It's a nice location with that fastball down in the zone. If he makes contact, it's going to be a ground ball.
Good patience there. Placido Polanco lets that one go by. 4-ball. Count is even.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
2-2 pitch from McGowan, and that'll end the inning. That's his first strikeout of the game.
Nice play by the catcher. Time to get out of the
At
crouch and
12-6 in the dirt, and Polanco swings and misses.
He did a great job keeping.
Bottom of the third coming up.
It's Barajas at the plate. He'll start things off for the home team. We're in the third. Sinker just missed. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And he lifts a slider that's in there. 1-1.
For some reason on the 1-1 count, he really likes to be aggressive. I'd have to try to work off the corners a little
That
bit,
is
see if I
to
can't
the
get
gap,
it.
and Barajas is going to run.
Got it off. Not in time for that throw. He's on at second.
Barajas got to be thrown out at second.
Second base. And we're going to see Scudero here. 0 for 1 thus far. 1 out, nobody on. And the first pitch.
Deep left field.
Back to the wall.
Back.
He's going to hit the third. Oh, that's grab. And not stopping there. He's going for it. And there it is.
Scudero with inside the park home run.
Boy, you showed us something there.
Off of left field, Anderson jumped up and missed it. And Scudero just headed on home, and it's 2-0 Blue Jays.
And he got it, and it allowed him to rally the base.
Back-to-back extra base hits.
Should have been a triple instead. Triple and an error. Here's the first pitch. Right back to the mound. Hinge. That's 2 gone.
A nice play by the third baseman, been able to get over, get in front of the ball, and make the throw across the field. Well done.
And it's Vernon Wells at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. He delivers. Polanco. Throws on to first.
Right on the ground, and that is going to retire Wells.
Run on 2 hits and leave no
But the Blue Jays score another 2-0 after 3, and the top of the fourth is coming up.